Welcome to HWA Driving the Conversation with the founder of Wikipedia, Jimmy Wales. Jimmy, thank you so much. I know you've had a crazy whirlwind couple of weeks because you're just coming off of the Wikimania conference. I know our meeting planners are dying to hear some, great pieces of information from that conference. What could you share with us?
Yeah, so every year in the summer we have the Wikimania conference where we bring together volunteers from all around the world to talk about Wikipedia, talk about best practice, talk about the direction that we're moving in. I'd say the two biggest things that are of interest is that Wikipedia continues to show really strong growth in the languages of the developing world, so it's a really truly global phenomenon. And we've got a real focus on improving the software so that more people can participate, more people can edit. Right now it's still a little bit geeky and hard to edit. We want to make it really easy for everyone to contribute.
Speaking about ease, I know some people have asked me, well, how do you make it easier to get on there? How do you get a bio on Wikipedia? It's not so easy.
It's not so easy. No, the community is very strict. I mean, they take quality very seriously, and so they want to see multiple high-quality third-party sources because if we can't really verify the information, then we can't really write a good biography. So, yeah, I think we've probably gotten a little more strict over the years, in fact.
I'm sure, because you've so many people trying to get in there.
Exactly.
Now you're really working on something very exciting, the People's Operator. Tell us a little bit more about that.
No, so this is the new company. We just launched yesterday. That's why I'm here in New York, visiting Harry Walker Agency while I'm here. TPO.com, a new social networking platform that is supported by an innovative business model, which is that we sell phone service. And the mobile phone service, the core philosophy is we give 10% of your bill goes to the cause of your choice, 25% of the company's profits go to charity. Our prices are really good value in the marketplace. So how can we afford that? Well, it's very innovative because we don't pay for advertising, right? We don't, no TV commercials, no billboards, magazine ads, all that. Instead, we're harnessing the power of the community of people who care about their own personal charity or cause to spread the word and get people signed up. So it's a general interest social networking platform. It's very similar to Twitter, for example. Lots of people signing up today, and we hope it becomes really huge.
That's great. And I mean, you launched a social media campaign around this just yesterday as
Yeah.
well. So I think that's really interesting because so many businesses out there, even B2B, B2C, everybody's trying to figure out their best way in with social media. Any tidbits of information you could give us about strategies that you use?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most important things is authenticity. And if you've got a great story to tell, it will spread on social media. If you just pump out marketing messages, a few people may get them, but it kind of falls flat, right? It doesn't sound real, nobody really cares. And I think that more businesses than most people realize actually do have interesting stories to tell. Stories to tell about their customers, partners, and they may not spread, you may not be the next Ice Bucket Challenge or, Gangnam Style video that goes completely crazy online. But if you're an interesting part of the conversation, it will get shared to the relevant people. And again, if you're let's say you're a tech supplier, business to business, right? If you just pump out marketing messages on your Twitter feed, nobody really cares. But if you're engaging people in a dialogue and you're leading the conversation about what's next in the industry, well then everybody's interested. They want to take part in that. And if you're writing good content, it will get shared in the relevant places and it'll be very powerful for you.
That's really great. And I know I'd love to just share with our meeting planners, when you're at an event, what do you think meeting planners are most surprised about when they meet you?
Well, it's hard to talk about because I'm shy, but I actually think I'm quite funny, and I think that's a surprise. A lot of time, an audience think, oh, the Wikipedia, this is going to be very serious, and then I get up and I tell a few funny stories about what's happened, and I love to have an audience that is, at the end of the thing, they're like feeling really happy. They're happy because they heard some fun stories, they heard some inspirational messages, and they just said, wow, that is really interesting. That is something that I didn't know, and I really enjoyed the speech.
That's great. And also, is there anything that you could share with us in terms of, what inspires you in the morning? When you get up to get going for your day, how do you kind of tackle the day ahead?
Well, I've always arranged my life so that I can get up in the morning and just do the most interesting things I can think of. So when I'm working on a project, I would only choose a project if I think it's inherently interesting. So now I'm working on TPO, I'm designing a new social networking community that I hope becomes really big. And so that involves sort of pulling on all my experience, all my knowledge of everything I've done in my career to create something new with all the best lessons. That's just interesting in and of itself. And if it's a success, fantastic, that's great. If it's not a success, at least I spent my days doing something interesting. And so that's my approach. Yeah.
That's really great. I know you have a very busy day still ahead of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking time with us.
Oh, sure.
And again, if you'd like to find out more about Jimmy and how to bring him to your next event, contact the Harry Walker Agency and check out our website after this video. Thanks.